isn't going to show that one. That's good. Anyway, let me just get a couple things launched. Because I'm really good at keeping things organized. That should be that launched. I should be able to now launch this. That's that launched. Hmm. Oh, great. You don't want to do this. This is why you should get things started beforehand. Not after. Probably have that over this right stream. There we go. You know what? Screw intent. Screw suspense music. I want to listen to some Netflix. So let's listen to this. Anyway, what's going on, guys? This is the 157 Gamer. As you can see, we're currently just waiting for Square Enix E3 2019 to start. It starts at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Obviously, that's different for me. As you can see in the bottom, it starts in 3 minutes at 2 a.m. in the morning. So if I am not loud or excited or very reactive, it's because I'm really, really fucking tired. Because I haven't exactly been getting good sleep for the past couple days, I've literally been clocking out during the day for a couple hours from time to time, and it's not the best clocking out in the day. I will tell you that right now. When you clock out in the day, wake up, people say, "Oh, it's great having a wee nap," and no, it isn't. It really isn't. I've had like 2 naps today because my fucking sleep schedule is fucked, and I just feel like shit. I felt like shit when I woke up from both those two. When I have a good sleep schedule, however, it's pretty decent. I actually wake up quite well, energetic, and all that. Anyway, Square Enix is gonna be on in like 2 minutes time. Hopefully they do some good stuff. I have got my live reaction that was partially botched for Ubisoft earlier today. It's currently up on YouTube, so if you check, as you can see, go to youtube.com/slash the157gamer and you will be able to go and check that out. Um, Anyways, I can't exactly do updates via phone anymore because it is there. It is what I'm using as a temporary webcam until I get a new one. So let's do this. I'm not logged in. Why am I not logged into Twitter? I can't be asked trying to log. Why has everything logged out for me? Oh well. I'll leave that for now. I will do this. Boom. Square Enix. Oh, they seem to be doing well at starting on time. Let's give it a quick refresh. No? Okay, so we're just waiting. Alright, anyway, let's see. Let's just talk about a couple things. As you can see from this stream and the previous stream, which one I was playing Destiny, I have updated the um, overlay. Didn't have the oh wow, my brain isn't working today. It did not have the webcam in the top right, and I've changed it slightly. But in general, changed it slightly. It's just more of a basic green gradient with a black outline, edges, more basic confined. The bottom one has been shortened so you can see more, and all of them are transparent, bar my webcam. But I can sit and remove my webcam when it's not needed. Not going to do it now because I haven't got it set up for my other scene. It doesn't have Square Enix on it, so if I swap to it, you'll literally see my webcam disappear, but I'm not going to be here, and you get to see my OBS. Such a lovely sight. Anyway, still waiting for them to start up. Other than that, I am trying to get on top of things. I'm trying to get on top of stuff like YouTube. I sat there and uploaded the Ubisoft thing as explained, along with 3 SCP videos. No, not 3. I think 2 SCP videos. I'm gonna try and get rid of the remaining backlog of that I promised to do a month ago. I'm pretty certain, so I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try and start throwing up my remaining rendering footage up to the cloud, because with by the end of this week I will not have this behemoth right here to do any editing. I won't have it. It won't be here. It will be just not with me. I'll have my wee laptop, so I'm gonna try and get all the footage either onto a pen drive, bring that back, or up to the cloud so I can take down, render it, upload at home, and possibly just do a couple light games on Xbox. I won't be able to do PC games, so it'll be pretty much going using the Xbox stream. I apologize for the yawning, but yeah. Jesus, they're not very good at being prompt. Anyway, won't be able to stream stuff from my PC because won't be here. The stuff that I'm going to have on my laptop is very low grade. Like, it's an old laptop. It's not designed for gaming. It struggles with Minecraft, for crying out loud. Anyway, if I do sit there and do recordings, it'll be on Xbox, so it'll be Xbox games, some light games. I'm going to actually try and continue through Life is Strange on stream when I get home, possibly. I do plan on going through a couple of other games to do as well. So, I do have Xbox Game Pass. So, as you heard at the Microsoft panel, Metro Exodus is on it. The Borderlands Handsome Edition is on it. And another game that I've completely forgotten the name on because I'm too fucking tired to remember, it was also released. On top of that, I do plan on trying to get content within the next couple of days of the Division 2, as it is going free to play from the 10th or 13th, if I recall, till the 17th. So I'm going to try and get some content on that because I really do like that game. I was planning on trying doing some content on Fallout 76, but I don't think anyone really wants to see that until it gets better and all, which it has, but I'm not going to sit there and waste time recording that. So, people saying go to Twitch. Okay, so they forgot
And through all that we have yet to unveil, we will not disappoint your expectations. Your reunion with the Final Fantasy VII you know is near.
それと同時にですね、当時を知らないゲ
Why
ー
did
ム
it
フ
take
ァ
so
ンの
long
方
for
は、
us? Anyway.
全く新しいね、ファイナルファンタジーと出会うことになります。
To newcomers who never played the original, we present to you a completely new Final Fantasy and a perfect starting point to explore the world of Final Fantasy VII.
Well, let's get into this.
Please welcome Neil Pabone, Senior Manager, Product Marketing, Square Enix.
Let me turn down my mic a bit. No, well, not mic, but the audio on my earphones.
はい、本日はですね、ニールにゲームプレイを紹介してもらいます。
So, Neil is here to introduce you and walk you through gameplay.
Thank you, Katase-san. All right, everyone, let's mosey. Final Fantasy VII Remake features a hybrid gameplay system that merges real-time action with strategic command-based combat. For starters, each press of the square button is a swing of Cloud's Buster Sword. Cloud attacks, dodges, and blocks all in real time. His standard attacks do some damage, but they barely scratch the surface of Cloud's true potential. Succeeding on the battlefield requires much more than just hacking and slashing. Cloud needs to be tactical. He needs ATB. 2 ATB bars are displayed in the lower right. These fill up slowly
So
over time,
you can actually
but fill
see
much
the
faster as Cloud
detail
lands
and quality
standard attacks.
of the remastered. If you've ever played Final Fantasy 15, is it the latest one? If you sit there and see that, you can see a lot of the particle effects, the movements, the fluid movements, all is all based off of that, and you can see that they've implemented some of the stuff that they could use again into it, and it is good. It looks amazing. I haven't played the previous one, so I can't remember what it looks like. And yeah, we would like to see some. Oh my god, I'm fucking yawning too much. I'm shutting down.
Such as Cloud's Braver attack. Using an item
Nice.
in battle will deplete an ATB charge, and if Cloud has the right materia equipped and enough MP, he can use ATB charges to cast spells. Of course, this being a remake, we're sure to see some familiar faces. With the use of his iconic gun arm, Barrett is able to target enemies at a distance. Barrett's standard attacks generate ATB charges similar to Cloud, but his abilities are entirely different. Switching between characters in combat is done with a single button press, which makes rotating through party members a snap. Speaking of other party members, Katase-san, when are we going to see Tifa in action?
Maybe soon.
All right. Characters will continue to fight even when you're not controlling them directly, but it's up to you to choose how and when ATB charges are used. You can maximize your effectiveness by switching between characters or issuing commands to characters with full ATB bars. Every enemy has a focus gauge that fills up as you do damage. When the gauge is full, the enemy becomes staggered and you'll deal bonus damage. Tactical mode evokes the command selections from the original Final Fantasy VII and allows players to enjoy battle while taking the time to think strategically. For players who prefer fast-paced action, abilities and spells can be bound to shortcuts for immediate execution. Shortcuts make combat extremely dynamic, but the choice of using them is entirely up to you. Right, Katase-san?
そうですね、プレイスタイルに合わせて楽しめるゲームになっておりますので、ぜひご期待ください。
That's right. The game has been made so that you can choose how to play.
Oh,
I hope players
don't
get
hurt the
excited about
doggo.
this.
Might be a guard dog, but come on.
Well, that's a brief introduction to combat in Final Fantasy VII Remake, and we look forward to showing you a whole lot more in the coming months. For now, let's see how Cloud and Barrett do against a more formidable foe.
Let's get right to the action. That was actually great, perfectly timed. That wasn't even intentional. Okay, well I haven't played Final Fantasy VII, so that confused me having Barrett in there aiming at you.
you. Guess it's my turn. I'm waiting.
I can understand them having cuts in of them and their willing on the boss, but at the same time, it feels like they're doing it more to hide something. Because I'm sitting there keeping the focus on the ATB bars, so I'm sitting there going, oh, okay, they should be able to use a move, and then also I'm seeing it just drain without them actually using a move. So it's like, okay, so what? Did they use a move or not? As if something happened. But no, the remaster looks pretty fucking sick. I'm actually hoping that it's available on. Like, a lot of people were just expecting that's only going to be on PlayStation, I think it was. That it won't be available on all consoles, and I kind of hope it does. I really do, because if they were smart, they would put it on all platforms. And if they do put it on all platforms, for hell would I be down to play this if I got the chance.
Take him down.
I think it was in reaction to this, sorry.
You don't want to be hit by that laser.
I wouldn't. I thought I would love to get hit by that laser.
Don't get hit. Take cover behind that debris.
Bart was just like, nah, I ain't taking no cover. I'm diving right out as once he starts firing at that shit. Shit's really gone down all of a sudden.
Find cover and hunker down.
If there's one thing I've got to love about game physics or game mechanics and all, is the fact that so many games take a view that like hide behind this cover, that after it gets shot at, it will be destroyed and unable to use. Obviously, first of all, before we start complaining, yes, I know this is an old game, so it's going to be using that iconicness more often, but I just love seeing that. It's like it managed to destroy it after a shot, but didn't manage to move it or dent it in a way that it would hurt anyone behind it. That is pretty fucking sick. I'll give them props on the swap through, because I'm assuming, if I have seen the game right, Final Fantasy VII was the one where it was a very... Hold on, I'm actually going to have to search this. New window. So that's Final Fantasy VII made for the Switch. So yeah, I was thinking of the right one. Meanwhile, some badass stuff is happening in the background, and I'm not seeing it. But no, it is. So yeah, they've changed. They've definitely. I like the fact that they've changed from the previous fighting mechanics, which was somewhat turn-based.
Please welcome Tetsuya Nomura, director, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Which is somewhat turn-based in the sense that you attack the enemy attacks you, you attack the enemies. In the way a lot of the old Final Fantasies were done, best one because I've sat there and played it would be Final Fantasy 12, Part 1 and Part 2. When you engage in combat, is basically you guys are fighting somewhat in turn,
原作の
but it's very, it's like, oh,
何作もね
do
一緒
do
に
do
ね
attack,
その
do do
仕
do
事はしてるんですけ
defend,
ども、
defend,
今作もね
heal,
ディレ
that
クショ
type
ン
of
を
stuff.
作
Well,
ってくれ
there
たり
it
と
is
かいうの
going
をしてね
into
ストーリーも
their
ねがっつりとこ
newer
ろ
form
が
where I
ま
was
た
like,
久しぶりなのでね22年前と全く変わらない熱量でね今作でも取り組んでる姿を見てね私も正直ね喜
I
んで
do
いま
not
す
know what you're saying.
Since the original Final Fantasy VII, I've worked with him on
Now I
many
do.
titles, but it has been a while since we've actually had him work so heavily on a project like this, from the direction to character design to the story. And I'm really happy to see him working on this title with the same passion that he had 22 years ago.
はい、
野村さん、コメントどうぞ。
はい、今まで結構長い間お待たせしましたが、
So it's
ずっと
interesting
応
in the
援して
fact
く
that
ださってい
they've
る
went
フ
to
ァ
the
ンの皆
newer
様、
fighting system,
本
which
当
I
にありが
love.
とうご
I
ざいま
actually
した。
do like the new fighting system where it's
え
you're pressing
そしてで
buttons
すね、
instead of it's like, oh,
皆さん
you
今
have
日
this
初
menu
めて、
here.
プレ
Do
イ画
do
面を
do
結構
do
長めに見たと思
attack.
いますが、おそらく
That
想
type
像
of
してた
stuff. Whereas now it's
もの
like,
とは
oh,
少し
I
違った
pressed
んじゃ
X.
ないかなと、
It's
思っ
doing
ており
that.
ます。
So first and foremost, we wanted to extend our gratitude to those who have been waiting so patiently and have been supporting us for such a long time until now. And also, we've taken a look at gameplay right now, and we've fairly showed you a good bit.
でですね、まあ、そう
Pardon
いうわ
me.
けなので、皆さんぜひ触れてみたいんじゃないかなと思いましてですね、実際に、触ってみたいですかね。
And I was wondering, do you guys want to actually play the game?
Don't tell me they
という
have
ことで
copies
ですね、
available to play at
明日から開催さ
E3.
れます E3 のですね、
He said
スクエアエニックスブースの
E3.
方
They
で
have copies available at E3. Come on,
専門
why
リメイ
can't
ク
I be
プレイヤ
there?
ーが出展していますので、ぜひ機会のある方は、触れてみてください。
So we actually have playable demo
There you go.
kiosks available at the Square Enix E3 booth. So I hope you have the opportunity to try it out.
I need to go to E3 at some point. I need to go to E3 at some point.
それではですね、最後に
He's been grateful.
皆さんにご覧いただきたいものがありますので、ぜひ、昨日はですね、コンサートの方
I
で
feel
ショ
sorry
ート
for
版の
Square
トレ
Enix.
ー
They
ラ
got a
ーを、
smaller
公開しましたけども、
booth
今日
than
は
others.
ロング版をご用意してますので、ぜ
Like the
ひ
biggest
ご覧
booth
くだ
I've
さい。
seen so far
So
would be
finally, there was something
Microsoft.
that we wanted to show you.
Oh?
Yesterday, we showed you a short version of a trailer at the Final Fantasy VII concert. But today
Okay.
we have a longer version.
Oh.
それではお願いします。
All right, please take a look.
I will gladly take a look. I know who you are. I really don't. I will say the graphics look fucking outstanding. They did a great job bringing it up to date.
These sewer rats appear to call themselves Avalanche, sir.
Avalanche.
You can have it for saving my life. You think he's a keeper?
Oh my god. Y'all gotta look at the bigger picture here. Nothing worth fighting for was ever won without sacrifice.
Help me!
Sorry, wait, what just happened there? My reaction is, oh, I do know her.
Have you been a good girl?
I heard you're having second thoughts.
I know we have to think big if we're going to make a difference. But not like this.
I wonder. No, hold on. Hold on. I'll finish after.
I feel trapped.
I'm confused. Why is there lizard people? That's one big ass robot.
You're not real. Clown, I have a favor to ask of you. Run away. You have to leave.
You must leave. You must go. Get out. You have to leave.
Hold on to that hatred.
I'm sorry, I'm going to find it amusing because I haven't played many of the previous Final Fantasies and I still haven't finished the ones that I do have. My reactions to this is like more just smirking, being like, "Oh, that looks cool, that looks awesome, that looks sick," while as you can hear in the crowd, it's a lot different. They're like, "Oh my god, he looks amazing being revamped. That looks amazing being revamped. Oh my god, this looks fucking sick." That is actually pretty cool, to be fair. Anyway, I wonder why everyone really likes that one character. I just don't know. It's definitely not because of a random reason. Oh, this is Life is Strange. Is this the next chapter? Because I can't say much without spoiling and stuff, but
I know what happened with you guys in Seattle.
oh, don't give me the feels. Don't give me the feels.
So excited.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I got the feels bloody hit me just from playing the first chapter of Life is Strange 1, which I still need to continue.
You'll be fine, Daniel. As long as we're together.
I want to see what his power can do.
Come on, Daniel. You got this.
Starting to be able to control his powers.
Oh no.
No, I shouldn't do this.
Stop it, you crazy?
On the ground now. Whoa.
Leave the kid alone. Oh.
Oh my god.
I miss Dad.
I'm so sorry, Daniel. I'm really glad I got to meet you.
It's the same for me.
Bro hug. What a nice dude, man. It's the puppy! The puppy! We got a puppy!
Daniel! Come on!
Run!
I haven't even played Life is Strange 2, let alone finish Life is Strange 1, and this is giving me the biggest
This is gonna be the cliffhanger.
nostalgia. Not even nostalgia, just emotions just from watching this, plus the music.
That was so
Oh.
intense.
It's my power, not yours.
What the? No, that's the ending, isn't it?
This game is awesome.
Life is Strange 2. Wait, what do you mean play the two? Is it just allowing you to play the first ones? You're just messing up on me.
From ages long ago, miasma has blanketed the world. Crystals keep the deadly miasma in check, but the crystal's power is not eternal. These are the chronicles of brave young adventurers who journey to protect their home. These are the Crystal Chronicles.
If we had no crystals, miasma would consume us all, correct?
Never did I imagine that it could be so bright.
In online multiplayer mode, caravan with friends wherever they may be.
Alright.
Keep the adventure close at hand. The journey now unfolds on smartphones.
big guy's just sitting there like,
Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition. This winter, embark on a new journey.
alright. But that big guy's just like, yes. I am waiting for my next victim. This sword, it will not leave my side until a new foe comes across me, and either I am vanquished or he is in the dirt along with the rest.
I will not lose to you.
That's like one of the most iconic. That's like the most iconic line within a very anime-like game. I will not lose. It's like obviously this isn't going. It isn't an anime, but it's just. It's things like that. Like a lot of those lines are just generic anime lines when it comes to fighting. It still looks like a really good wouldn't say pixel art. It definitely isn't pixel art. But voxel? Voxel art? I don't know. Anyway. The Last Remnant remastered. Is that? Hold on. Is that 3 games now remastered? Final Fantasy VII. That is dope. I don't have a Switch, but that is dope. Final Fantasy remastered. The Last Remnant remastered. And Final Fantasy Crystal thing that was on the mobile and other stuff. Wasn't that a remastered one as well? When I hear Builders of Builders, I think Minecraft.
The children of Hargon, the vile cult that worships destruction, has outlawed the building, cooking, and creation of all things, and captured the builders. All hope seems to be lost until you, a young apprentice builder, manages to escape the clutches of evil. Washed up on the deserted shores of the Isle of Awakening, and with the help of your spirited and mysterious companion, Malroth, it is up to you to doff your mallet and club, unravel the riddles of this land, and defeat the hateful children of Hargon.
That actually looks pretty decent.
Travel the diverse islands and discover your true potential as a master builder. There is a land of adventure.
Not my cup of tea, but
offering unlimited building
the game still looks decent.
You will have to master new crafting skills on each island, with more to do and even more to create. Everything in Dragon Quest Builders 2
bigger.
Is much bigger. Build huge structures in a larger world with
Did you hear that?
variety and options than ever
It's
before.
bigger.
And with a little help from the eager islanders. The world is humongous, and you'll need your wits about you to get around. Run
It's 4 times the size of Dragon Quest Builders 1.
and spectacular castles.
Sorry, I couldn't help but say that.
Dive into the watery depths to discover hidden treasures. Climb
I'm
the
pretty sure that's called drowning by the looks of it. He was in red when he found that chest.
next day of adventure.
And I don't know if a tablecloth works like that. For gliding home.
Will need to be dispatched with cunning composure. Luckily, accompanying you on your quest is the enigmatic Malroth, an aggressive amnesiac with a fondness for fighting foes. Use powerful attacks on the battlefield to take down monstrous beasts.
Conveniently, your best friend is also amnesiac, meaning he doesn't remember anything from his previous life.
Plant seeds and raise
That's...
a multitude of crops.
That's definitely going to be a plot line. That is definitely going to be a plot line in the game.
Harvest anything from the humble cabbage and wheat to tantalizingly tasty tomatoes.
Triple T's, tantalizing, tasty, tomatoes. Oh no. No.
You and 3 friends can team up online to build anything you
Why
can
did you
imagine.
pause?
Let your creativity run wild! The only limit is your imagination, so call on your friends and build your fate together!
That's cute. Why is he wearing a turtle?
The road you build is paved with peril, young builder. Only you can defeat the children of Hargon.
I hope when he refers to children of Argon, they aren't actual children, they're just big ass monsters. By the way, sorry if you see the webcam sort of have me from here to also be like, ah, or something like that. Because it's connected by a USB, but it. No.
Well, you're the reincarnation of the luminary.
Know this. The luminary is the root of all evil and will bring naught but misery to our realm. You shall not escape me, Darkspawn! Let's do this. I believe in you. I believe in the luminary.
Is this another remastered? Or is this a new game?
Do not lose heart. Do not look back.
Was that the 7 Dragon Balls? Well, there's only 6, so obviously it isn't.
We believe in you.
Please don't be another... I'm assuming that's a remake by the sounds of it. And if it is a remake, it's like, okay, that's now 4 remakes, 5? If I can count. Or can't. Which game was this? Never heard of it. Never heard of that one. Never heard of that one. Did hear that one. Never heard of that one, but looks interesting to play. Never heard of that one. What was that? Tokyo something? I should really be writing some of these down. Forgotten. No. Boundless. That game actually doesn't look too bad, and I actually would like to play it at some point. Racing game? Have they done racing games?
Hello everyone, this is Carolina.
Alberto and Carlos Mastreta.
We're a family of motorsport fans from Mexico, and we're the founders of Original Fire Games.
What's the tearing?
Over the last few decades, we have seen a fascinating evolution in racing games. And nowadays, you can drive almost any type of car on amazing recreations of the best tracks in the world.
However, we believe it's time to try something different. We want to do this by reviving a style that pioneered racing games decades ago.
Our game
Come on.
which brings together a whole range of
I don't even have anything downloaded in the background, do I? No.
We are delighted to share this moment with you.
And show a sneak preview of our game, which Square Enix Collective will publish in 2020.
Join us for the ride, and see you again soon.
So is this like old school top-down type of racing. Because if it is, that's actually pretty cool. Because I haven't seen that type of racing in a good while, where it's just you sit there and accelerate and pressing left and right will cause you to drift. I think that's what this is. I'll be down to play it, but depending on the price. I keep looking over there because I start looking at my webcam. I'm thinking I have to get used to looking at an actual camera screen.
1944 recaptures the core of classic competitive first-person shooters.
I see a lot of dolls in those scope.
Coordinate strategies with your team on the fly, whilst keeping your movement nimble and your aim precise if you hope to beat out the competition.
Dink. Dink.
There are multiple game modes for you and your team to dive into. Test your skills in domination, capture the flag, or team deathmatch, and perfect your tactics in the highly competitive Wartide game mode. Facet's competitive toolset is fully integrated into the game.
So they've got Facet already implemented into it. That's pretty interesting.
Tournaments, rankings, and leaderboards. Kill enemies, win matches, and rank up to demonstrate your Battalion 1944 prowess and unlock visual customization rewards. Each season will bring challenges for you to complete and medals to unlock, whilst tracking your in-game accomplishments and providing you with an easy way to compare them against your friends via in-game leaderboards.
They really want to sell the
The
leaderboards.
Axis offensive in their tracks with the rapid-fire PPSH, or take fire with pixel precision with the Mosin Nagant, and a whole host of new weapons just as deadly as their owners. With a range of environments to test your skills in, and a variety of weapons at your disposal, play as a team and compete to be
Like, I'll be honest, it's not high detailed graphics, but
available now.
it's a shooter. It's a old school shooter, classic weapons, no fancy BS. Have I seen this advert before? No, I haven't. Alright. The only ones that I cared about was Amazon Music, Kingdom Heart? Again, I never played any of the Kingdom Hearts, and still haven't played any. I don't think I plan to either. Like, it just seems that to be that type of genre is very out there for me. Like, I wouldn't mind moving into it at some point, but at the moment it's like, mine is pretty much FPS, story-driven, adventure, and turn-based like XCOM and all. Will it bring more content? Oh, it's coming this winter, alright.
Please welcome Naoki Yoshida, producer and director, Final Fantasy XIV Online.
So that must be an expansion coming out for 14 Online.
Hi guys, my name is Naoki Yoshida, producer and director of Final Fantasy XIV. 今日はですね、すみません、短い時間ですが、僕からはいよいよこの7月2日発売となるファイナルファンタジー14拡張パッケージ第3弾漆黒のヴィランズの紹介をさせていただきます。
So we'd like to take a little bit of your time to show off Shadowbringers Final Fantasy XIV's third expansion pack, which is releasing on July the 2nd.
Not one, not two, but three. Wait, three, but third expansion pack. I haven't played it either. Oh dear God.
なんとこのですね、漆黒のヴィランズの発売を前にして、有料会員数も過去最高を更新することができました。これらはすべて
I'm not yawning at this, I'm generally just tired, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to offend Final Fantasy in any way.
It's been 6 years since the release of A Realm Reborn in 2013, and over the years we have surpassed 16 million total registered users. Plus, we have reached
2013. Damn.
In its history.
That is impressive.
This is all thanks to our players, our warriors of light.
Gotta give it to them, they're dedicated. But then again, people in World of Warcraft is dedicated as well.
新作 RPG 1本分のボリュームとそしてゲーム体験をお届けしたいと思います。
We view Shadowbringers as more than a simple expansion pack, but as a new
I
game
need that
filled
crack.
with volume and gameplay experiences that are comparable to a brand new standalone RPG title.
また新ジョブであるガンブレイカー、
What is this t-shirt?
新種族のロスガルとビエラなど、これからファイナルファンタジー14を始める皆さんにも多数の
That's like some next level shit.
And there's so many new elements in the game for those who have yet to play Final Fantasy XIV, including 2 new jobs, the Gunbreaker and the Dancer, as well as 2 new playable races, the Hrothgar and the Viera.
ぜひファイナルファンタジーシリーズの最新作としてファイナルファンタジー7リメイクの発売2020年
That's the Final Fantasy remake he's talking about.
漆黒のヴィランズをお楽しみください。
We are excited to bring Shadowbringers as the latest installment in the Final Fantasy franchise for our fans to enjoy, at least until 2020 March 3rd, when Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out.
At least he's being honest, he knows the fear is going to dip when that comes out. Or rocket, you don't know. Why do I keep looking over there? I keep looking over there. All that's over there is my Xbox and a fucking shelf. There is nothing I should be staring at over there. That's actually not too bad. Let's take a look at this. My head. It hurts.
The oldest joke in the book. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? Over 100 bleeding years ago. That's when.
100 bleeding years ago. Your cities kind of got swept up by her. Again, I haven't watched this stuff, so I don't know. Watched or played.
What Oriange saw was the future.
Shadowbringers. Stringers.
That's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once.
Oh, he got fucked. Just like the stream. Oh, that was back. But without the old.
There is no going back.
The eternal light of these creatures has confounded us for nigh on 100 years. For each we have put down, another has risen up in its place, born of the self-same ether, relinquished by its predecessor.
Relinquished.
That's him. That's Vorthree.
Sin Eaters are part of Yulmor's society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether.
The truth must be known. Protect the Neckos.
Like those who try to save it. This world has had its fill of heroes.
I'm assuming Ether is basically everything that Ether that runs through people's bodies and all, which is why it showed them murdering humans. And what's the name for it? There's a title for a humanoid figure with animal features.
Everything we did. Everything we gave.
Like, because I'm a fucking Ruby nerd, I keep thinking Faunus, and not a lot of people know what that means. Demi-humans, that was it. Oh well, that's what a lot of places, a lot of games and shows call it. Can you stop cutting out?
How many years have I waited for this moment?
Too many, I would guess.
For the one possessed of her blessing. For you. Through prayer and sacrifice.
Again, not yawning at that, just generally fucking tired. That wasn't me trying to fucking take the piss out and be resident sleeper.
Sounded an awful lot like you were implying both Zodiac and Hydaelyn are not gods. But
They're not?
After a fashion, yes.
After.
The eldest and most powerful.
I don't trust you.
Primals.
Yeah, same reaction. Holy shit. And there's a lot of people up there just like, what is this? Again, I feel sorry for them having such a small stage. Like, Microsoft was big, EA was outside. Bloody Bethesda's was pretty huge. So was Ubisoft's. Zombie game? The armor still looks familiar. Why does the armor look familiar? Why do I get a very Dishonored feel from this? It just feels like the art style and all. He's gone. Oh, Dying Light 2. Alright, these guys are the ones that make Dying Light 2, I forgot. I feel like an idiot now because I sent Dying Light 2 and the Ubisoft one because of Rainbow Six. Quarantine. This is the last photo frame that they have. Not a remake, but RPGs that I finally decided to make over to the West. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind when they do that because some are really good, but it's like a lot of people that would have wanted these that were from the West. Okay, so people that would have wanted to play these games that were from the West, but it wasn't available there, would have went out of their way to find a way to get it. If that came from having to go over there, get a copy and come back, fine. If that meant in their finding a way to get a copy another way without having to leave the West, fine. But obviously I'm talking about in the means of legal means, being able to pay for it still and get it without having to deal with the nonsense. But it's like they are going to get players for it regardless. There will be more people that may have not seen it because it was never shown for the West. Scarlet Grace looks better. Not better, but more interesting to me. Is that the whole wall? Filled up now, there's 2 more photos. What was that?
Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Enjoyed by fans the world over, has surpassed 39 million downloads.
Mobile game, so what's this going to be about?
Proudly presents the international reveal of a new title born from the FFBE universe. War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
Most likely
These
for
two
mobile still.
titles, FFBE and War of the Visions, will be the pillars of the growing world of Lapis.
This is, I'm assuming that's an arc? Like an arc in the Final Fantasy?
A continent of Lapis. A tiny spark here ignites the flames that would embroil the entire continent in conflict.
Pretty sure our entire continent was already in conflict.
Later spoken of as the War of the Visions. Leonis, ruled by the Red Lion Monarch, possesses the power of visions as well as twin princes. Horn, the great Western Kingdom, governed by a policy of peace and its brave and wise king. Fennis, where the king of the savages has organized the barbarian tribes into Ardura's mightiest militant state. Wezet, the great eastern kingdom over which reigns its icy despot. Crystal Sanctum, a religious city-state with believers throughout Ardura, founded by one who claims to be God. Each burdened with its own dignity, thus is the curtain drawn on a struggle in which the fate of nations rests. All is for one's homeland. War of the Visions, Final Fantasy, Brave Exvius.
Sorry, I was sitting there looking for something because I can see in the webcam that my hair is an absolute mess, and that's in development, so it's not even going to be released. Kind of a shame, though. From the creators of Gears of War and Bulletstorm. So I'm trying to set major rate because I have it cracked open, so don't forget to take stuff out of it. Again, why is it not actual game footage? If it's not actual game footage, it means it's not even made in engine. This trailer. Or has a high probability of not being in engine, which is kind of a shame because if you're not going to give in-game footage, or not, or gameplay footage at least give the quality that you're going to get. Because right now, like, the quality for this looks badass. The game doesn't look bad either. Like, it looks sick. It looks fucking sick. But how am I to know that I'm going to get that? I'm going to know that this is what I expect. Some post-apocalyptic world, or if it even is Earth. And your ass, who seems to be a sort of drifter, where you're sitting there just wandering the place, end up finding people and all, doing shit, but that's all I'm gonna know. I'm not gonna know if that's the detail of the game. I'm not gonna know if that's the graphic and quality of it. I don't even know the gameplay of it. For all I know, it's gonna be a fucking top-down view of you going click, click. You from here are going here. You will shoot that. How am I meant to know? So, yeah. I doubt it because it's Gears of War Judgment on Bullstorm, so. But it's
feels great to be here and feels amazing
one of those gripes.
Finally announce Outriders.
It's the same as one of the issues that I had with Microsoft's conference. As great as it was all, majority of it was just trailers, if not all of it.
In the morning in Poland, so make a noise for them, please.
Jeez, I feel sorry for Poland. 4 a.m. It's only hitting 3 a.m. for us.
Thank you, and of course Square Enix for the help and support as we work together on this exciting new IP. You know, over the past few years, People Can Fly has grown to over 200 developers and 4 studios across Poland, the UK, and most recently the US, to bring you what is our most ambitious shooter to date. To present more of our vision, I would like to take this moment to introduce a short video from our game director, Bartek Mita. So thanks a lot. More on Outriders this winter. Thank you.
Bye-bye. You have some supernatural power just from seeing that, her going like that to you.
Shooters are in our DNA. It's our passion. And it's what we do. Outriders draws on all our experience from all our previous titles. It's a game we wanted to make for a very long time. We describe Outriders as a dark, modern shooter built with traditional values. By that, I mean we are creating an experience with a strong story that you can enjoy with your friends or on your own. We want to tell a complete story. We are confident we are building a shooter with a powerful gunplay, incredible weaponry, and a hostile new world we want to spend many hours in. It's a game we've had in our heads.
That was actually some pretty good attention to detail. Why do I keep looking over there? Whoa.
Outriders is a 1-2 or 2-player drop-in, drop-out co-op shooter.
Alright, so it seems... So it's similar to things like Division, drop-in, drop-out co-op. Because Division...
and yes, there is a lot more depth to the game, but I can't
Ghost Recon Wildlands, Destiny are all drop-in, drop-out co-ops when you do the storyline. So, from him saying that, I have a high assumption it's going to be a open world game as well. How many more pictures do they have left on this canvas? Obviously 2, including this one. because you saw the green one not being shown yet.
Reincarnation is the foundation of our way of life. We celebrate.
This feels like a remake.
For the next. It is grief of death which shackles the living and causes the dead to stray. Indeed, there is no greater affront to reincarnation. So we turn our grief to joy as we send off the dead.
That yawn was both me being tired and not exactly giving much care for this. Like, apologies, but
the souls of those who held back their tears in life still need salvation in death. A duty that falls to the Watchers. The Watchers sever the bonds that tie the lost to this world and send them off to the next. They navigate the emotions of the living and the dead. They prize life above all else.
I don't. Like, it doesn't look like a bad game, but again,
This is the story of one Watcher.
It just isn't something that's interesting me. Secondly, whoever that evil guy was, you can see he had a red eye, a blue eye, possibly negative sounds, which is why he has a blue eye as well, but it's not in power. Anyway, let me taking the piss out of that. He had a red eye and a blue eye, and conveniently the lead protagonist, I'm assuming that you're going to be playing as, has two different colored eyes as well. So, plot twist, how much you bet the bad guy in that is going to end up being a family member or someone that has went through the same shit that you have. And this is number 8, isn't it? Six remastered games. Again, nothing wrong with remastering games, but the way they're going about it, the fact that there's been quite a good few Final Fantasy games remastered, it's like, at this point you should have just made a collector's edition. Like, people are still going to buy the game separately regardless. I'm not going to deny that people are going to buy the game regardless. But it just felt like they would have got more brownie points if they went, hey, if they announced at the end of this, surprise enough, all the remastered Final Fantasy games that we show will be in a collector's edition, I'm fine with that. Coming layers this year as well. To PlayStation, Xbox One, PC, Steam, and Nintendo Switch. Didn't even see that. Oh right, the Avengers game, oh shit. Hold on, this I'm actually interested for. Avengers. Oh.
The Avengers were everything I imagined.
Hello, San Francisco!
It's obviously based while thing was still active, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Or S.H.I.E.L.D.
This just got a whole lot more interesting. Let's make this quick. Secure the bridge. Those weapons can't get in this. How you set them up? Bomb, knock him down.
Thor, what's your status?
There are humans trapped. Lots of small angry men with guns.
A lot of small angry men with guns.
Don't make a joke. Cap, they got pulsar tanks.
Dude, this is actually looking pretty cool. Oh shit. This is of the Hydra. There's no way the people they're going against isn't Hydra. There it goes. What did they call that?
Some say they were set up.
I can't remember what they called it.
Others call them murderers.
Do the Avengers pose a danger to society? That was the question, Bruce. That was the question.
Well, we all lost something that day. But that's not how this story ends.
Space Avengers. Now in game form. Him. Whoever the fuck that was. Because that as sure as hell wasn't a mech coming out of the ground.
Please welcome Sean Eskai, Creative Director, Crystal Dynamics, and Bill Roseman, Vice President and Creative Director, Marvel Games.
Yeah. Thank you. We love you. Yeah. Thank you everyone. We are incredibly excited to reveal Marvel's Avengers to the world.
Of course you would be.
A few years ago, Crystal Dynamics and Marvel began collaborating on an original Avengers game. One that combined epic action-adventure with cinematic storytelling. A game where we
Captain
as players
America,
can experience in
Iron
both
Man,
single-player and
Hulk,
co-op what it's
Thor,
like to be Earth's mightiest heroes.
I'm assuming it's Doctor Strange because it's a time.
Awesome. Because you will instantly recognize your favorite superheroes and villains, but you'll also see that they're unique to this game, as this is Crystal's interpretation of these iconic characters.
Our story begins at A-Day, as San Francisco celebrates the opening of the Avengers West Coast headquarters, and the team's custom helicarrier, outfitted with a strange experimental energy source. However, the day turns deadly when an attempt to steal this new technology results in massive destruction. Blamed for the tragedy, the Avengers are outlawed and our heroes disband.
5 years later, a horrific evil threatens the world, and our only hope is to reassemble Earth's mightiest heroes. You'll play as your favorite Avengers in an all-new original story, showcasing authentic Marvel heroism and humanity. It's about losing what matters to you most and fighting to get it back.
I'm interested. I am interested.
Most importantly, this is a story about self-acceptance in the face of adversity.
Nothing was answered about the fact about Hawkeye.
And learning that together we are mighty.
Where's Hawkeye?
You'll lead the team as the legendary super soldier, Captain America. You'll call down the lightning as the Asgardian god of thunder, Thor. You'll channel the anger of scientist Bruce Banner by unleashing the Hulk. You'll gather intel and strike swiftly as the ultimate tactical spy, Black Widow.
Okay, well, that's Black Widow.
And finally, you'll blast through the sky as the
this is
charismatic
Stark.
Tony Stark, known to the wider world as the Armored Iron Man.
To bring this incredible story to life, we've assembled an all-star cast. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Well, by the way, there's no way they got the actual voice actors.
Who are you people again? Hi, I'm Troy Baker, and I play Bruce Banner.
Hi, I'm Jeff Shine, and I play Captain America.
Hi, I'm Travis Willingham, and I play Thor.
Hi, I'm Laura Bailey, and I'm playing Black Widow.
Hi, I'm Nolan North, and I play Tony Stark. There's certain characters I don't think you ever have to be talked into.
Yeah.
You know, so we'd like to have you play Tony Stark, Iron Man. Yeah, yes. You know, everybody always portrays him as this super confident character, and I think it's a mask for him. I think he's one of the most vulnerable guys.
I think Bruce is just such a cool character. A lot of people are really quick to bring out the big green, but I think that Bruce is a super complex character. He's fun, and I've never played him before.
What is very relatable about Natasha is she's extremely capable, but she's at the core, she's human. She's surrounded by all of this larger-than-life stuff, and she has to step up to it.
I feel like Thor got really interesting in the last like 10 or 15 years for me.
Damn.
I like where he's kind of landed in the public eye, you know.
One of the things I think is cool about Cap is I never feel like he necessarily wants to be a leader. He accepts that he is. I feel like sometimes the best leaders are the ones
I
who
can
don't
do this
necessarily
all
want to be,
day.
but they're right for the job.
Having an original story to tell as well, what they've done at Crystal Dynamics is great. So I think everybody's going to be pretty stoked.
The Avengers are at their best when they are all together, but the chemistry is...
Fetch me my hammer.
Do not shake.
Thanks everybody for joining us. Can't wait for you to be able to play the game, but right now, you don't have to wait for some exclusive content.
Do the Avengers pose a danger to society? That was the question, Bruce. That was the question.
Did you even check the science? Did you check
It was a heist, Bruce.
No.
We were outsmarted.
The Terrigen reactor was unstable, and you knew that, and you still paraded it before the entire world.
So what? We just give up?
We didn't give up, Tony. We failed. At least I can admit that. No, we failed him. We failed him.
Who's him?
Please welcome Scott Amos, Head of Studio, and Megan Marie, Senior Community and Social Media Manager, Crystal Dynamics.
Who's him? Are they talking about, thingy?
Hello, E3. You've just seen a high-level view of the cinematic and character-driven campaign of Marvel's Avengers. But launch is only the beginning of this adventure.
Marvel's Avengers delivers a narrative over multiple years, with exciting new content released at a regular basis.
Like the Avengers, you and your friends are stronger together.
What type of jacket
You'll
is she
assemble
wearing?
into teams of up to 4 players online, where you can master extraordinary abilities, where you can customize a growing roster of heroes, and defend the Earth from ever-escalating threats. Oh yes, oh yes.
That sounds dope. That sounds good.
Comes on this journey with us. We're incredibly thrilled to announce that every new superhero and every new region will be delivered at no additional cost.
That is actually good.
Oh yeah.
So that was a good step. That was a good step.
Is that we won't have random loot boxes or pay-to-win scenarios.
Oh, that is a very bold statement.
This game represents a collaboration across Crystal Dynamics, Marvel Games, I know you're out here, IDOS Montreal, these guys are here, Nixie Software, our new Crystal Northwest studio, and everyone at Square Enix.
That is 6 different studios working on this game. So it was.
So our
They
game
listed.
is about embracing your powers and living your
But that is
superhero
about statement.
dreams.
Oh, we are not gonna have
We have an
we are not
exclusive
gonna be
gameplay
based
demo
on
in our
loot
booth
boxes
that will show
and
you more of the core campaign,
microtransactions.
its
Is
original
that
story, and our superheroes
if
in
they
action.
hold up on it, it is going to be a good. They're going to do well if they hold up on that. If they hold up on
Marvel's
that.
Avengers will release worldwide on PS4, Xbox One, Stadia, and PC.
Come on, why not that? Give Nintendo it.
And we're excited to be partnering with PlayStation to bring some awesome surprises to the PlayStation audience, including early beta access and unique benefits that we'll be revealing in the future.
I wonder how much Sony paid them out for that.
We have one final glimpse into our world, including when you'll get to play this game.
Never.
Is what's next for the Avengers.
Gonna call it. It's gonna come out in September. It's gonna come out in September 2019. Let's say 17th. 17th of September 2019. That is when this game is coming out.
I have a plan, but it's risky. Hank, that doesn't look ready.
Come on, Tony, live a little.
Yeet. Oh my god, it's adorable.
It worked.
That's so adorable.
Cute when they're small.
Ah, didn't doubt you for a second, Hank.
No, you doubted him quite a lot. Nope, next year. Shit, I was way off. I was way off. I was way off by a year. So is that everything that they've shown? Pretty sure it is. They have one more left. Square Enix title. Tomb Raider? Tomb Raider? You never know. Or is that just it?
Way off, J.R. Right, yeah, I agree, dude.
What just happened there? Okay, why did it change?
Okay. There you go.
That's it?
No gameplay.
Yeah.
Very upsetting.
Yeah.
Very, very,
That sucks.
very upsetting. A lot
sucks.
of info that's really
Alright.
great.
I mean, I feel like there was a moment that we saw.
Anyway, I will say one thing. I don't think they ever launched it on YouTube. So much for YouTube, yeah. The Avengers Square is dead. What the? Yeah. Oh, wait. Did they have to redo the stream? They did. Okay. But, no. I'll just have that plan from the start while I talk. Anyway, some of the... It's hard to say because again, as it was pointed out at the end with kind of funny vids, there was it again. Jeez, why is my stream tanking there? You okay now? Seems fine now. Anyway, as was explained by Kind of Funny Vids, is like no gameplay. There was very little gameplay for a lot of the main titles shown, and it seems to be a running theme with this E3. We didn't get much gameplay from EA. Well, EA, we actually did get some gameplay from EA. Well, minor gameplay. From Microsoft, I think there was next to no gameplay shown off there. Bethesda showed off next to no gameplay, a lot of cinematics, a lot of that. So they did Ubisoft, again, stream tanking. Why has the stream tanked? I don't know. But again, let me actually just pause the video with that, and maybe that will make it better. But again, it's like everyone is wanting to see what you're releasing, yes, but at the same time, we want to be shown what we're getting. Being shown a trailer that is going to be pre-rendered at the best possible quality is not showing what we're getting. It's showing us the story that we'll be getting, which is good. It is good that we're being shown the story. But it then comes down to we need to actually see what the gameplay is going to be like. Is it going to be a first-person shooter? Is it going to be first-person, third-person? Is it going to be tabletop, TBS, all that type of stuff? We're not being shown that. Like I said, it's very unlikely, but you can be shown a video on let's say for example, Outlanders or Outriders or whatever you called it. That game looked pretty good. It did look good. It looked pretty good and all, but they specifically put it down as not gameplay footage or not in-game footage, which fine, I can understand not being in-game footage, but if this isn't even the engine it's going to be running on footage, that's where it worries me because they're sitting there covering up and trying to make the game look a lot better than what it possibly could be. Again, we don't know if it was in-game or in-engine footage that was rendered in-engine. Which, if it was, then I'll be happy because if it's unrendered, it's still gonna lead quite well to what was rendered. But if this is a source to another rendering software, all that to make it look as high quality as possible, that's where it starts being an issue. To be honest, what all gamers want, what all people who play a game seriously, competitively, casually, with friends, online, with teammates, with randomers, all that stuff. Every single one of those gamers, the most everything that they want to see. Sorry, I'm playing with shit on my desk. Everything they want to see is they want to see what they're buying. They don't want to see trailers of what they could be buying. They don't want to see possible CGI of what they could be buying. They want to see what they're saying they're possibly going to be putting their money into, is what type of gameplay it's going to be thrown into. All you need to do for E3 is like there you have Final Fantasy VII Remake. They sat there and showed a boss fight. That's good enough for me because they've shown what way the game's gonna work. It's not gonna work like the old Final Fantasy VII, where it's oh, attack this attack, doom. Okay, I'm getting charged. Attack this attack, doom. I'm getting charged. Oh, they attacked us. It has been changed drastically while still keeping the story the same. That is a good way of getting gamers to go, oh, I'm going to get that. Because I'm going to be honest, I haven't played 7 ever. I've watched very little of it. But from seeing that, and if I get the cash, I'm gonna buy that to sit there and play it just to see how well that story is, because obviously from the crowd they're hyping it up, being like, "Oh my god, this is looking amazing," and from the people that I know sitting there talking about it, it's obviously must be a pretty good game. Must be people sitting there saying it's one of the best Final Fantasies. I don't know, I can't judge, but yeah, they showed us what we are getting, and that's what's driven me more to be like, I want to get that. It's the same with stuff with other stuff, like the reason a lot of people will buy a game is because they know what they're getting. My biggest gripe with going back to Microsoft is Halo Infinite. The E3 trailer they showed, bloody amazing looking, looks great, but I'm not seeing what I'm getting into. I'm not seeing, like, fine, it could be the Halo combat, but is it going to be Halo 5 type combat where we have armor ability, thruster packs, all that type of stuff? Is it going to be Halo Reach type of combat where it's like, oh, we have the bare minimum in armor abilities, we have armor lock, sprint, all that, and you're going back to classic where you can't sprint? Or is it going straight up old school back to Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 3, where you had no armor abilities, you had the armor recharge, and you weren't able to sprint? You were just a casual walk. I'm not going to know. Like, those are very minor things, but then comes to what is the gameplay going to be like? What is the HUD going to look like? How is the player going to feel? Because in the end, if the player isn't enticed by what they get, high probability the game's going to be refunded, not finished, or less people are going to buy it. So it really doesn't hurt to sit there and be like, okay, what's our best looking level so far? Let's say second mission, it's the most flushed out. Give a slight playthrough of that. Have it play from mid mission to semi-end mission, so they get to see what the combat like, what weapons you can get, blah 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 blah. Won't spoil the story too much because they don't know why you're there in the story, and it won't spoil what's happening at the end of that mission because you're gonna go fade to black dramatic stuff, which is fine. As much as people sit there and say it's humorous to see, it's better to have that than to give away too much of the story. So I don't know. At the moment, like, a lot of the stuff that I've seen in E3 is great. When E3 ends, I am going to sit there and put a video out of all the titles that I found interesting, why I found interesting, all that, pros, cons, that whole shebang. Going like, oh, this is something I would like to get. This is something I'm hoping is going to do well. Some stuff that wasn't in E3 technically. Bungie's live stream wasn't there, and I'm very hyped for it because they done what I actually described. They showed some stuff that they were going to be bringing to us. They showed it, like they might have not sat there and shown it working full on, but they showed what the concept of it is, like, oh, you have this and this and that, and that's all you need. If you can sit there and provide a concept and be like, this is what it's going to feel like, or what it may end up to be like, it's better than being like, here's a 5 minute trailer. You'll love our game. And it's the same like Cyberpunk 2077. Last E3 they showed gameplay. This E3 they haven't. They've showed cutscenes and all, and I don't mind that because my biggest worry this E3 was that they're going to show that and not push back their date, because if I recall, they were intentionally going to be posting or releasing this game late November, September this year. I am so glad they pushed it back to next year because it gives them more time to give us a more flushed out game, gives them more time to sit there and actually be able to um, keep up with what they promised or what they said that they're going to give us, because what they're doing is trying to bring back the gaming community from, we're taking time with this game. we're getting this all into this game. You guys are going to see this. If something isn't in it, we will say, hopefully. And it's kind of the same way with Halo Infinite. They've started taking a longer approach where it's like, we're taking our time making this game. We're going to end up showing you eventually, hopefully. I'm kind of hoping we get some news on Halo Infinite before the launch of Project Scarlet. Like, I'm going to be more worried if they launch Project Scarlet without us having at least one mission or one gameplay view of it. That's going to ring a lot of alarm bells. And to be honest, for CD Projekt Red and 343 Industries, the most I really hope doesn't happen is that they end up pulling off an Anthem. I don't want them to pull off an Anthem where they spent too much time trying to debate things. They then left stuff too late to where it then got rushed out and they didn't want to push it back. I don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see that happen ever again, period. Because it was bad enough seeing it when Destiny 1 came out, having that whole gripe where stuff got messed about, the game got delayed. They then proceeded to continue with it, knowing that they were going to be selling something that would flop, like they intentionally prepared for it with having non-disclosure acts out and all for the first week of its release, etc. I don't want to see that happen again. I don't want to see the issue that Anthem ended up getting, where what we were shown was drastically cut back to what we were given. It's just not. I can't say it's not acceptable, but we can't exactly tolerate it. It's just something that can't be done. But no, decent titles shown in Square Enix. Again, a lot of them were just remasters. Some of them that I'm interested in, others not so much. Some of the games that they showed off that weren't remasters, I'm quite intrigued about, might look further into. One of the companies that were brought up and they're showing all their backlog of games from 2016, I'm interested in playing one of their older ones because it looked like an interesting concept and story art. So, you don't know. Anyway, this has been the 157 Gamer. I am really fucking tired. Just want to get some sleep. Bye. Yes, and this is a ruler I'm holding. See ya.